Rough.
I know.
As we talked about, we've been doing this for like a year now.
I know.
Every week, the two of us,
Every week.
me and you, a two-man crew. And then Tony shows up, and God bless him, he shows up and joins us. We've been doing this. We were talking offline. We've been doing this. So our first official episode was November 20th of 2019.
Good grief.
But we didn't do after that, we were kind of on and off for about 3 or 4 months. We would do it every once in a while. And then we decided we were going to do it every week. That started about January, February of last 2020. And since the first day of the War Room, I don't think me or you have missed an episode.
No, I've been drinking more since I've been doing it, but I haven't missed one. And Jay, I know, where is he? I do miss the lad. He's got another family thing.
So we're just gonna. Tony, why don't you tell us about your week? What have you done, Tony?
Don't be nasty.
Really? Wow. That's cool. Yeah, sure. Wow. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Oh my God, he never shuts up, and even when he's not here.
Oh, bless him.
Jezza, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? The big blue.
Hey.
We had the Blue Tweezers on a couple weeks ago. Great episode. Had a really good time talking with him, and he's a really knowledgeable guy.
Yeah.
Got a lot of good information from him. Beefcake is here as well. How you doing, Beefcake?
Beefcake.
Jay says he can jump in his replacement. I match most of his criteria. He's a big war game collection, and he's got a receding hairline. I mean, don't most war gamers have a receding hairline for some reason? I don't know what that is. Hey, Chris, how you doing? So yeah, Tony won't be with us again this week. If you are unaware, he is out there somewhere.
Leave him alone.
Out there somewhere. No, he had another family thing that he had to attend to. So unfortunately, the family isn't rearranging their schedule around his, which is a darn shame. But hey, Steeler fan.
Oh yeah.
But we're gonna go old school again. We had another guest we were gonna try to line up, but unfortunately, we weren't able to do that.
Words got round.
This week, anyways. So this will hopefully be the last week we are back to just old school, me and Ruff. So we were just saying, we've been doing this since like February of last year, every week. Me and you. We had some special guests on. We had some participants joining us. Tony then joined us permanently. And now he's missed 3 episodes.
All right.
2 in a row. He missed 2 in a row. I think, in baseball, I know you don't know baseball, but, baseball is 3 strikes. 3 strikes and you're out. Maybe you've heard of that.
Rounders. Rounders.
So, but he's supposed to be back next week from what we understand. So hopefully he better be because we've got a huge announcement. Huge. And I'm going to let Ruff do the honors because, okay, we've been doing this show every week since last February. And Ruff Swordsman has been sitting back, not stepping up to the plate until this week. So, Ruff, the big announcement.
All right, but he's in the house.
He's in the... Oh, my gosh, look at that. Oh, my gosh, he is here. Speak of the devil, Mr. I missed 3 episodes now. We're going to be talking about you for sure all episode. You know that. We've already spent 10 minutes talking about him. Hey, Mike is here. Good to see Mike.
Hi, Mike.
We got an announcement with Mike as well, or something associated with Mike, but we'll get to that after. So let me get the big lead up again, right? So we decided, you know, as me and Tony and Ruff, we were going to start having special guests come on the show. First week, Tony brings in Mitch Land. Had a great time visiting with Mitch, learning about the Next War series, what's going on with that. Had a great time. And I was like, Ruff, what are you going to do for the show? And he hasn't done anything. But this week he comes to me and says, oh, guess what? I've got an announcement. So take it away, Ruff. It's all yours, my friend.
Thank you. Next week, as our special guest, a legend in his own life, a man beloved by everyone, a man who has designed many a game that we all play. It is the one, well, let me give you some clues. If I say Attack of the 50-Foot Colossi, Crowbar, Dawn of the Zeds, you've probably guessed it. It's Mr. Herman Luttman on this show next week.
That is correct.
I was going to get him on for this week, but I didn't because Tony said he couldn't make it, and I didn't want to get Herman on if Tony wasn't here. But he's, you know, we could have had him on tonight. But we're having him on next week. Herman Luttman, don't miss it. Can't wait. He's lovely.
So how did you even arrange that? I mean,
well, I sort of know him, not by, you know, but his comments on my games that I play, especially of his. He's a bit of a Warfighter fan as well. So he plays that, and we just, you know, just chatting away, saying hi, and then I said, do you mind coming on? And he went, how much? So I told him how much. He laughed, and I had to double it.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, but don't say anything. Mike's going to want his check in the mail now.
So, yeah, I can't wait because he's got a new game out, and he's going to be talking about that. So don't watch Dan, No Enemies Here tomorrow. Watch us next week instead. And we'll be talking about lots of other things as well because he's a bit of a character. And so
so he was actually scheduled for this week. And then with Tony not being here, and this is a big controversy in the war room now. There's a big controversy in the war room now between some of us in that we were going to have him this week, but Ruff decided to wait until next week just for Tony.
Yeah.
Tony couldn't be here.
Yeah.
So that's how much Tony means to us here is we were going to have a super big episode, and this was going to be the week, but we decided to postpone it because Tony couldn't make it. So controversy in the war room because some of us didn't think that was a good decision. Some of us,
I know. It was
a good decision.
If it was me and I couldn't make it, and we had a big guest on, especially somebody I'm a big fan of his games, as you know, I would hope that the other two would go, well, Ruff's not here. Let's put it off until he's back because he'd want to join in. And that was how I thought. But yeah, okay, that's me. I'm sorry. There we go. Too late now.
If I had, say, Mark Simonich scheduled for next week or 2 weeks from now, let's say I had him scheduled for the last week in March, and then you email me and said, hey, I can't make it. My wife's got a birthday or something. I'd be like, dude, you can choose your wife's birthday or you can choose coming to talk with us with Mark Simonich. Which do you want to do? That's what I would say.
Ooh, it's awkward, isn't it? But I made my choice. I know I've upset you a little bit. But you'll get over it because next week you've got it to look forward to. And we can talk about other things. He's a very knowledgeable man, as you know, and lots of other interests. I think he's a big baseball fan as well. So
really?
I think so. I don't quote me. I'm Rounders. I don't know anything about, but I believe. But anyway, we'll find out.
So next week, Herman Lutzman.
Mr. Herman Lutzman, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's pretty big time for us. I mean, we had Mitchell Land on our show, right? He's pretty big time, right? We had, of course, Mike. He's pretty big time, you know. We've had who else have we had on our show? We had Mo on our show. He's Mr. Big Time.
Hi, Mo. Yeah, Mo. I'm surprised you keep coming back, Mo. I really am. You're a glutton for punishment, but bless you.
We had Hex to Hex on our show. He's not so much big time. He's trying. He's trying. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, seeing some people, they take things too serious. That's the problem. People take things too seriously, right? When I just kid around, I say something like that. Oh, you know, you're talking bad about Mo, or you're talking bad about Hex to Hex. I mean, it's all in good fun because we love everyone.
Of course.
On our show, we love everyone.
If people don't realize that, then, you know.
Yeah, well, yes, we got the Herminator next week. So,
can't wait. I can't wait. I love the guy. Yeah. Should be a good show next week. Be sure to show up. We're scheduling it at normal time, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And with Herman coming on, and we're going to have questions. So if you have questions for him, come on by. Get them ready. Yeah.
Get them ready. Because he's going to be on Dan's show, which you guys do not need to watch tomorrow. You don't need to watch that because we're gonna cover more. And I've been told already to be on my best behavior next week. I don't know why I was told that. I mean, what have I ever done? Right?
All right. But he's on next week. Okay. Moving along. Yeah. But it should be good. Should be good.
We also finished up our tank duel battle, and we've been in contact with Mike Budicelli. Hopefully I'm saying his last name right again. And he's promised us special episode with Wolfpack once it's ready to go. And he's talking about April and May time. So hopefully within the next month or two, we're going to have a special live stream with Mike, and we're going to get introduced to the world, right? Because this will be the first and only live stream Wolfpack in the world. We will be the first ones to actually play the game. So we're looking forward to checking that out. He's promised us a first look at the game, and there is a lot of excited people about this game, Wolfpack. I get messages and emails from people all the time about it. So
I do, yeah. People saying blah blah blah, and I'm saying, well, hold your horses. We've got a live stream coming up next month or the month after that. I'll keep everybody informed. So
same thing. Mike's in the process. He's going to create some videos, kind of introducing the game, showing some of the concepts of the game, and whatever his videos are going to do. And then once those videos have been uploaded and posted, then they're going to finish up the Vassal module, and then we'll get to actually play Wolfpack for the first time ever. That should be pretty cool. And I've got that on P500.
Me too.
So if you guys don't have that on P500, you guys should get on that. Mo says Herman is a great guy and equally great designer.
Yeah, he's a lovely man.
I don't know him. I don't know anything about him, to be honest. So
I only know.
What can you tell me? Tell me. Talk to me.
The only thing I know is what I've seen him on other interviews. He comes across as a really genuine person, and from the limited amount of contact I've had with him over the last couple of years, with backwards and forwards on Facebook and on comments and things, he seems a really nice, genuine guy. But Mo knows him much better. So it's
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I should.
Oh, yeah.
Mention this. It is not a Vassal module. I'm sorry. That's right. It is not a Vassal module. It's a tabletop simulator module. So we will be using tabletop simulator, not Vassal. So apologize for that. It is tabletop. So good thing you mentioned that.
Yeah. And Jay, it is not. No, it is not Herman Goring or Herman Munster. It is the one and only Herman Luckman.
So yeah, looking forward to next week. So I should be on my best behavior so I don't piss him off and get them all angry and have them leave like Big Board Gaming before I even got it. We got a chance to have an episode with them. But that wasn't me though. That was you.
He told you, and he came back a couple of weeks later, didn't he? It was great. It was a great one. But yeah, it wasn't just us.
So we're still waiting on our invitation over to the big war room table over there on Mo's table.
Leave money. Doesn't want us bringing him down, for goodness sake.
We're still waiting on those invitations. So
yes, Blue Tweezers. I also forgot to mention he was the designer of At Any Cost, Metz or Mez, or however you pronounce it, 1870.
Oh, yeah. Of course, Metz, 1870. Yeah. There you go. So this should be a fun episode. Next week, we'll, of course, keep mentioning this. We'll probably post a video to let everyone know, kind of set your schedule for next Saturday. Hopefully, everything will go well, and we'll have them on next week. So
yeah, good. Looking forward to it.
So I posted on our Facebook group a question this week, and I thought it would be a good topic to talk about because we're now, believe it or not, already in March. We're in the first week of March, almost the second week of March already. So we've had 2 months of 2021 already. And so my question on the Facebook group, and I had lots of people reply with lots of really good information, but my question was, and I'd like to know everyone, if you're watching, to post your answer to this question. The question was, since January 1st, so we're talking about just 2021, what is your favorite game that you have played this year? Doesn't mean it had to be released this year or anything like that. Just a favorite game that you played from January 1st to March 6th. So that's, a little bit over 2 months of 2021. And I kind of, I'm keeping like kind of a tally. And then I'm going to do the same thing come the end of May and the end of November or August and then the end of November. And we're going to see if the first game you play or the second game you play or the third game you mention is your favorite at the end of the year. Because I thought, it'd be kind of interesting to find out. So a lot of people replied to that. So if you guys have any thoughts in the chat, let us know so I can tally it up in my brain. But what's your favorite game that you've played since January 1st? And interesting enough, neither you nor Tony replied to my.
No, because I thought you wanted us to answer tonight. That's all.
I don't know why I bothered to post because these guys don't even bother to answer.
Well, answer now if you like. That's what I thought you were doing. So you could ask us and it would fill up a bit of time. If you'd had our answer on the Facebook page, that's it. You've got my answer. Unless of course.
Yes. So before you answered, the question was for Chris Riley. Post your question as well on Tack Up Wargaming. So I will start to do that from now on. There was an issue on our Tack Up Wargaming account that Tony fixed. So I'm not gonna go into why or what the issues were, but I had an issue where I couldn't post on that. And so now I can post on that without any problems. So you should see them on the Tack Up Wargaming on the Consim World as well. So I'll try and post on both sites. So
that's doing really well, isn't it? Consim World, that's taken off. It's doing.
Yeah, we got a lot of we got a lot of subscribers on there. It's growing quite well. I think our Facebook group it went through a cycle where a lot of people joined, and now we're just getting a couple stragglers in there. So
sorry if you're a straggler.
yeah, so hopefully we'll continue to grow there as well. So anyways, Facebook group and Consim World. So let's talk about it. Ruff, favorite game since January 1st of this year. And then we're gonna post what the comments is from you guys in the chat afterwards.
Well, I'm just checking. I'm sure. Yeah, that's right. I've only done a couple of games because of things going on. But does it have to be a war game? Because I could do both.
No, it doesn't have to be a war game.
Well,
your favorite game that you played so far this year?
The favorite game I've played so far, war game I've played so far this year, is Tokyo Express. I just love the mechanics in that. I love the old school look of the counters and the involved rules, which I'm still trying to learn the standard game, so I want to come back to it and play a standard game. But even just playing the basic game, I loved it. That's my favorite game so far this year. Non-war gaming game, because you may have noticed started a very occasional segment of the channel called Not a War Game Wednesday, and the first game I put on there was Down to You, Jester. Is Legendary Encounters Alien, and it's a fantastic game. Not a war game, I know. We'll move on. But for a family game and just playing solo, it's fantastic. So Tokyo Express is my top, closely followed by Men of Iron.
All right, let's see what we got in the chat so far. Got the Boo Tweezers. His says Versailles 1919. That was one that I thought was going to pick up, and then I decided not to. I probably should have, and I think I would have probably liked it. So
it's one of those. Is it one of those like Diplomat type games?
It's kind of like that. It's more of you get certain. I'm not going to say resources, but you get certain things you have to try to do to accomplish to get different cards. It's kind of one of those kind of mechanics.
Right. Okay.
It's not technically, a war game, our definition of war game, hex encounter map and all that. It's not that. So it's definitely a war game in that, it's produced by a war game company, and I guess you're fighting your opponents and stuff, but it's not technically, strictly a war game. East Front series for Hex to Hex, of course, is going to be East Front monster game.
Yeah, he loves
Hex
that.
to Hex. Wing Leader by Heathwell. Jezza One says the Third World War.
What's that one then?
I don't know. Jezzo, let us know.
Let us know
let us know.
Probably heard of it. Let me know.
Damon is Flying Colors. Yeah. Christian Next War Poland has taken all my time this year so far. That's good. In magnificent style.
S.L. Herman again.
Yeah. Mike Budicelli says Stella Horizon.
Right.
Jay says it's going to be Men of Iron, Blood and Roses. Douglas says Command and Conquer Napoleonic's Epic variant.
Command and Colors. Is that what it is?
Yeah, Command and Colors.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's an ancient
I'm with you now.
game from the 1980s. Okay.
I'm with you, Jez. Yeah, I know the one you mean now.
So for me, my favorite war game of the year so far.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to say it's Tank Duel. I think it was a lot of fun because of the multiplayer component. and the camaraderie and the fighting one another and the teasing and all that went along with it. But it's still a fun, solid game. I think this is one of these games that if you can get a couple of your buddies together, you can have a good time. And of course, I just said that because Mike's on here.
Yeah, well, we've now fulfilled. I'm glad you said it because I forgot to say it. We've fulfilled our contractual obligation, haven't we?
Yes, I think that. I'm pretty sure that was on our to-do list of things. From Mike, he said, no, it was a lot of fun. It was a great time. I think it's one of those games. So for me, I've gone kind of in a cycle, right? Where I was buying a lot of games last year, not really playing much. This year, I've decided I'm not going to play as many or not buy as many games, but play more. And like most of the games I ended up buying last year are too big for my table, too complex. And I'm like, that was just a big waste of time, money, and energy because I'm never going to play these games. So Tank Duel for me is something, even if you're playing solo, you can put 4 of the boards on your table and the cards and everything you need, and you're ready to go and play it. And I think this is something you can get out anytime. I think you and your son might try this. If you got to Tank Duel, you and your son might be able to do it.
Well, he loves Alien, I tell you. But and the other games, the Hunters, he loved, even though he only did 2 patrols. Tank Duel is on my list for that reason because I think it plays much. I know there's a solo bot with it, but to be fair, I think it plays much better when there's a group of you, or at least 2 of you anyway, because you can bounce off each other and you can have a giggle, can't you, like we did? Yeah. Except when I got blown up again.
You're not very good at tanks. You're not very good at land warfare, but you are good at sea warfare. So where'd you end up this week? Because you go run these episodes when I'm at work.
I do that on purpose.
I know. And I didn't get a chance to come this week.
Well, just as well, because we did have some glitches for some reason. It was great. And again, thanks to everybody that stayed the course. For some reason, you see, here we've got a nice sort of letterbox shape view of the video. And that's what normally happens when I stream. But for some reason, I was seeing this on my OBS, but going out live on YouTube, it was sort of stretched a la 2005, like that. So my I don't know why, but people stayed and watched, and I sank a capital ship. And I got about 137,000. So Tony said, that's enough. I can't watch anymore. You can stop now, Ruff. And I went, okay. So apart from the glitches, I don't know why. I'm going to have to look into it. It might just be the computer having a brain burp or something. But yeah, apart from that, it was great fun. I'm enjoying live streaming. So yeah. So that's that.
So our first challenge, which was the Hunters, you ended up winning it then.
Yeah, it looks like it. I wasn't sunk either.
Are you gonna keep going?
No, I'm going to stop now because there's only another patrol or 2 to do. So, but I did cheekily award myself the Knight's Cross with cross swords and diamonds and all that, just because I won. I didn't earn it. I just gave myself one. But yeah, we'll stop because that's done. It's taken long enough. You know me. And I was thoroughly enjoying it. Once I got the new webcam and that, and but yeah, last Thursday I just couldn't believe it, and they all go, "Why are you all like this?" I don't know. But bless you for staying, everybody that watched. Thank you.
So yeah, you ended up sinking 130, and you didn't die. That's the most important thing.
Oh, was it sunk?
Both me and Tony, we got sunk.
I was incredibly lucky, and everybody was looking at saying, this is an easy game. And I'm going, it's not normally this easy. I was very lucky.
I don't think you were using the dice that came in the actual game. I think you were using some other dice. So.
I got them from a magic shop.
I bet, because
they were nice, same color and everything.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna really run into a bad time unless I roll like 5 or under. Oh, look, I rolled a 4. How about that? I did.
What was quite funny?
Single time you did that.
I think going after the capital ship, I hit it. I threw 4 torpedoes. I had to hit it about 4, 5 times. I can't remember now. I completely used all my torpedoes up, I think, and I hit it with 4 torpedoes. I thought, this is it. And then, 2 only hit, and I threw. And I thought, right, no duds, and I threw snake eyes.
Wow.
And that was it. And
that's 3 apiece. So that's going to be 6. That's 6 hits. Yeah.
No, I didn't. There were duds, threw for duds, and I got 2 ones. And
you dudded them both. Wow.
Yeah, but yeah, it was good fun. Yeah, good fun. So I'm pleased that's done, and we'll try and do some more co-op stuff, and I may well be doing some more live stream stuff on my own. So just because I'm enjoying it. So yeah, it was good.
So what do you think your next live? What are you gonna?
Well, if
you got Tripoli out, I can see Tripoli out.
Oh, Shores of Tripoli. Do you know what? It's bloody good fun, and I'm not just saying that because I got sent a review copy along with everybody else, but
I've been. Where's my copy?
Well, I understand that, but anyway, I've been playing that and videoing it. And I tell you what, it's bloody good fun. It's a nice, easy to pick up game. It's not ASL, okay? It's not. It's it's card driven as well, which is
okay. But here's my question about the card driven, okay? Because I've watched somebody else play a few episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned me off on the game because it seemed like you can't play certain cards until you do certain things. Or certain requirements happen, like, oh, you have to have a unit in this space before you can play the card.
Yeah, that's true. So what you do is you get rid of that and do something else with it, which you can, and hope it gets shut
until later on.
Until later on, when you're ready for that card, because once you play it, it's back in the box with it. But yeah, it's an easy. I'm still making mistakes, and I'm editing, putting little things up. But yeah,
also, I don't understand that.
Well, I just do, don't I? But I tell you what, if you want to bring somebody over to, from the dark side over to our side, something like that might be just the thing, to be honest with you. And again, it's the Marines. What can you ask for?
Well, the other thing that was kind of a turn off for me, it seemed like there was only one move in the beginning. Like literally, you have to move all your ships off the coast. I forget what space it was called, but it's like literally you have to do that or you got no chance of winning.
I know. And it starts slow. It starts slow because you all start in Gibraltar. Well, the Americans start in Gibraltar.
You start in Gibraltar, right?
So you've got 2 options. You can either move yours into Tripoli to stop the pirate raids, or you can keep one in Gibraltar in the patrol zone to stop 2 corsairs which are sitting in Gibraltar from going across to Tripoli and boosting their pirate raid. So, but I agree, it starts gently. But I'm enjoying it. Yeah, for a game like this, and the components are great. I'm not just saying that. I'm having great fun with it.
I'm not just saying because I didn't get a review copy of it that it doesn't seem like something I would like, because
I thought everybody got one.
It just doesn't sound like something I would like. So I think I'm going to pass on that one. It's just some of the mechanics. I'm not a
complex game. Believe me.
No, I understand that. It's not the complexity I'm worried about. It's I don't like games where you're kind of hamstrung into doing certain things because of the design of the actual game. So,
well, yeah, sure. And if you get a bad deck of cards,
I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying that for me, that's not my style.
And of course, people will be looking at that game going, no. And I understand that. And if you get a bad hand of cards to start with, you're buggered because you can't do anything.
Yeah.
And you have to wait until the start of the new year to get a new hand and discard all the ones you don't want. You can build gunboats and move stuff around, but you haven't got a lot of stuff at the beginning. But I think that's the design of the game, the way it was, because it took a while for the Americans to get sorted and do their thing. It is hard for the Americans to win. It's not a very one-sided game. You won't play it and win 10 times out of 20. You know, you might win 5 times out of 20. It's quite difficult for the Americans to win. But anyway, that's what I'm doing there. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. But I've got to get that out of the way because I've got loads of other stuff to do. Lock and Load, I want to get on the board.
But you're not doing that one live, right?
No.
You're recording that one, yeah.
I'm recording that
one. So
what
do you think your next lives?
Do you know what? I was thinking something like, people are asking, say, do some Lock and Load Tactical live with the solo deck. And I thought, yeah, great. But I want to learn the thing and make sure I don't make a complete tit of myself when I do it live. So that's down the line, but I'm thinking of maybe doing something like, I don't know, Pavlov's House or Castle Itter or something nice and easy, maybe even Nations at War. I don't know yet because I sort of know that. But yeah, that's what I'd like to do. And I may even do on a not a War Game Wednesday, a live playthrough like you did of Aliens, because it's cracking.
Yeah, it's a... Where's the damn thing?
If you realise it's not a War Game Wednesday, but don't have a month.
No, War Game Wednesday, yeah, because we talked about war gamers that play other games. I mean, I've got...
And that's what set me off.
I would say 4 times as many war games as I have regular games.
Same here.
I've got probably quite a few regular games, though.
Yeah, but that's what set me off. The guys and girls in the chat sort of just saying, yeah, we do play other games. I thought, oh, that's all right then. And because of that Aliens, it set me off down another path, which I love. I love sci-fi anyway, so I love Aliens. I love the films, but I love sci-fi. And I was looking at a game for ages, and do I get it? Do I get it? And because of this sci-fi thing, I've gone and bought it. You saw the unboxing. I've got Space Empires.
Yes, I saw that.
So, yeah, so that looks a good game as well. Again, not for everybody. Some people think it's a bit of a space opera, a bit this, a bit that. But I just, it looks good to me. And that's what it's about, isn't it? If it's, I might like it, you might not. And that's good. So, yeah, unfortunately.
Not every game's meant for everyone. That's
right,
for me.
right.
That's for sure. So,
but as the unboxings go on throughout the weeks, you'll see that, yeah, I like Space Empires.
Well, that you know, somebody, where was that comment? Chris said, "Rough Warfighter, you wouldn't have to think about it; you could just play it. Plus, you could probably get a whole session in."
Play what?
Warfighter.
Yeah, and that's the other one as well. Do a Warfighter. Yeah, I love that. I love Warfighter. As you know, I love Warfighter. I actually love DVG games. Yeah, Space Empires. I'm looking forward to it, but I've got to clear my calendar. There's things I love to do. Yeah, I love everything. I love you. I love everyone. Right.
Is there anything you don't like? We went through this, Russ. After he gets like 2 glasses of wine, he loves everything.
Yeah, I get all love it.
I love it. It's great.
I love it. I love you.
I love it.
Yeah.
He loves everyone.
But then, yeah, there's going to be something along the way. As I get more bitter and twisted, as you know, Jessa, as time goes on, I dare say that the list will grow.
Let's hear from Tony. Tony, what is your favorite game so far this year?
Leave him alone.
Really? Wow. Man, even though he's here, he never shuts up. Good Lord. Co-op Warfighter. Bootreaser wants to set up a Warfighter stream with you.
Oh, what? With me? Yeah. What do you mean, sort of 2 player soldier things? And doing a massively hard sort of mission and things. Yeah. You'd have to tell me how to do it.
We should all be more like. So what you're saying, Mike, is we should all drink more? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think he means that. No,
I'm pretty sure that's what he was talking about.
No, I don't think. I think he was more looking at my esoterical sort of side. You know,
talking about your whimsical attitude, right?
Yeah, my love it all attitude. Yeah. Yeah, there's too much, you know, without getting in there. Yeah, anyway. But yes, Alan, yeah, if you need me and we'll do it, let me know. I haven't got a clue how to do it. You'll have to show me. I only drink up, Mike, I only drink on this show because I have to. No, seriously, I only have a drink because it's Saturday night. It's 9:45 in the evening here. And I look forward to chatting with you guys, chatting with Jester. And what's the other chap's name we have on sometimes?
It begins with a J. No. It was a T. I think it was a T.
Tony, yes. Tony. No, seriously.
Tony,
I love chatting with you guys.
The guy's name was Tony. Yes, that's
chatting with the chat and having a couple of glasses.
He babbles all the time. You can't get him to shut up. Yeah, that guy. I remember him.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I'm having a couple of glasses of wine and a chit chat with everyone, and it's great fun.
See, normally you guys don't get to hear this much of Ruff because Tony's here.
Oh.
And so normally Ruff just sits in the background, relaxed,
drinking,
makes a comment every once in a while, and we don't get to hear his whole story.
Bye, Heathwell.
He's got to go.
He's been summoned.
I guess so. Oh, that's what it was. It was Tony, yes. Wow. Yeah. You know what? It's been March. It's now March. And I haven't gotten any of my P500s in a long time from GMT. What's going on, man?
Thank goodness, says my credit card.
What's going on? It's been 2 months in, and they still have the same stuff on their website. In production, in printing. What about sending these things out once we get them printed? I don't think I've gotten anything this year from them. Come on, guys, let's get going on that. I got like 40 games I'm ready to get. I got them all signed up. We just have to ship them out.
Yeah, but crikey, all that coming. I don't want them all to come at once. I'll have a heart attack.
Larry changed his shipping, says Mike.
Yeah, and I wish I'd known there was a huge solitaire thing with it. That's why I didn't get it. I wish I'd known that, but it didn't say anything on the old webpage, unfortunately. I think we talked about this last week. But yeah, never mind. I'll get it maybe later.
Yeah.
Talking about games from GMT, and Chris is talking about he can't wait for Barbarossa. These are huge games, like Time for Trumpets. I mean, I've ordered a huge game. Will I ever play it? I don't know. Why have I ordered it? Because it's a classic remake of Mark Herman's Pacific War. I don't know. Unless they've got smaller scenarios in it. It's probably just going to sit on my shelf, and I'm just going to look at it and smile at it every so often and just touch it as I go past. But I've ordered it because it's a classic game. Whether or not I'll play it, I don't know. But you've got Time for Trumpets. Chris wants these Barbarossa monster things. So, yeah, why do we do this?
I don't know. I just, it's because I wanted it. And then, once that's part of the problem. You get them, and then it's like, what was I thinking when I ordered these things? I mean, that's a good subject to actually talk about, actually. How many games, or what's the last game you bought you were like really excited to get, and then you get it and you're like, oh man, what was I thinking? Not that it's a bad game, it's just maybe you don't have the space to play it, or maybe you don't want to go through the 250-page rule book, or maybe it's got 12,000 counters, which are going to take you 2.5 weeks to set up. Which, hex to hex, I don't know how the guy does it, because he literally every week he's got a new monster game on his table with thousands of counters. I'm like, How do you even do that? Because it would take me literally 3 weeks to try and set that up. And every week he's got a new game.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Chris. Army Group Centre's got 5 maps, isn't it? I don't know which one. It says some with 2 maps. But yeah, well, how does he find the time? Obviously not to do housework, as you keep reminding him.
Obviously, he does it right there in his underwear at the desk, because when he's ready for bed, he just sips them off and he goes to bed, I guess. I don't know. But he does do a lot of big, yeah. So,
he does, yeah. I don't know. You must. My brain would cry.
I think I got Atlantic Wall, right?
Oh, God, yeah.
Let me get it down because it's way
over. You've got Time for Trumpets. You've got the other huge MMP one. I thought this was a no advert channel.
No, I do all my advertising myself. Yeah. So like literally, I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this game, but we have bags and bags, bags. Oh my gosh. Another big bag. Another big bag. Another bag. Another bag. I got like seriously, if a game came with this many counters in it, I probably wouldn't buy it. This game has this many counters.
Is that the what do you call it system?
The Gauss.
The Gauss system, yeah.
4,480 counters.
Yes, and and Michael Caine is in the house. I told you to only blow the bloody doors off.
Huh?
Probably one of your friends up there, C&D Baseball TV.
Oh, CP's here. What's going on, man? Yeah, so we have like that one, right? So then, I thought, oh, well, I probably ought to get the Greatest Day because Todd was selling it for double the price. We have, of course, Time for Trumpets.
You've gone big on the big games, haven't you?
And not only that one, but actually, where's the other one? Day of Days is a huge.
Yeah, you've got all the big ones.
What was I thinking?
I don't know. I've got me 2 big tables. I've only got one out at the moment, but I've got me 2 6-foot tables out. They're great. I can get 2 games on.
4,000 plus counters. There's a breakdown in imaginable smaller size scenarios. I think there's literally 5 maps on that game, so I might just send it to Hex because
he would do a good job.
I'm never going to do anything with it. It was literally 4,480 counters. It's going to take me 12 hours to clip those counters.
You haven't clipped them yet? What's the matter with you?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know.
It takes me 2 hours to clip a little game like what was the last one I did there? Fine Colors or Holland 44, whatever.
Oh,
that's why.
Yeah,
that's why I had my episode with Mike Denson last week on the last 100 yards, and those already have pre-rounded counters for It's a GMT game that have pre-rounded counters.
Yeah. They've gone all lock and load, haven't they?
So the people that were like, "Oh, GMT will never do this," and blah blah blah. So right now, last 100 yards, 2 thumbs up. Good game, good system. Counters that you can just punch right out and get ready to play within 5 minutes. You're up and running.
Are you doing a part 2 to that? I think I saw one of the things.
Yeah, we're gonna get together. I was hoping to hook up with Tony or someone and actually do like a vassal game where we play a scenario. And then Mike said he would come back and do a second episode of that. So it was a good time. Really good guy. We talked for like 45 minutes offline before we even started the game, and had a good time talking with him. Had a good time playing it, learning. So yeah, it was really good. That was going to be my number 1A game. Is been because I'm a tactical guy, right? So I really need to get back into ASL because I really
used to like that, didn't you?
I really liked ASL, but the complexity stuff just kind of drove me away. But now I'm like, I need to. Well, it's not really the complexity that drove me away, right? This is what drives me nuts. Is they continue to produce this game like it's 1976. But same components, the same maps, the same counters. And they only print like 100 games at a time. So like if you're not somebody that pre-ordered the game, then you're stunk, because then you got to try and find somebody that's got it on eBay for twice the price.
But to be fair, what they're going to do, they can't redo all the count. People go bonkers, won't they? Because they've got all their counters all looking the same, albeit from the 1970s, but they all look the same, even the new games. Wouldn't that cause mayhem and riots and governments to fall?
It would be a thing for sure. There would be controversy for sure.
Where you're coming from, but right? Crikey.
But what they could do is they could put both counter sheets in the box. The old and the new style, and then you can choose to use them however you want.
And then bring out new counters for all the modules over time or something. I don't know.
I mean, that's what they do anyway. See, they don't have but like one module available at a time. It's not like they have everything available.
It's not for me. I mean, I have the starter kit. I don't know. One day I might get twiddling on the old starter kit, and if it tweaks me, I hope it doesn't. For God's sake, I hope it doesn't, because
you should try the starter kit. The starter kit, you should try. You should give it a whirl.
I would, but that's the problem. It's like golf.
Tutorial on it. So
it's like golf. I think I don't want to try that in case I like it. And it'll cost me thousands of pounds. And
No. People say that, but it's not. It's not like that. You buy the base game and the rule book, and you're looking at like 150.
Yeah, I suppose. But to play it right, it's not as much as, say, OCS, but it's a way of life to play it properly and to its full potential. You have to play it and nothing else, or play it and very little else.
No, I don't think that's true either. I get why people say that, but I don't find that to be as accurate as people think. I think you can play ASL and you can play other games as well. I do that, and I don't have any problem switching between games, and I can play other games. I think the only caveat I would say with that is if you invest in it, it's kind of like expensive.
I've seen pictures on. Here's my game room for ASL, and it's just trays of like filing cabinets and trays and tens of thousands of counters.
Well, I mean, that guy's been collecting for 15 years.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Buying it and everything. You can play it with just starter kit 1, 2, and 3, and that could be.
Well, I've got starter kit 1, and one day, and David says he's enjoying the starter kits. So yeah, never say never. I say, never say never.
I think it's a good way of at least looking at the game to see if it's something you like. But
that's why I
tell you about the starter kits.
I know
the starter kits are not ASL. 3 very important rules with that separate ASL from other tactical games are not included in the starter kit. And it changes the game without those 3 things.
But it gives you the flavor of it.
It does give you the flavor. You get to understand the concepts of the different phases of the game and what you should or shouldn't be doing. And that is 90% of the game, is knowing what phase you're in, what you can do, what you can't do, knowing what the upcoming phase is and what your opponent can do or not do.
No, yeah, I'm not knocking it. You know, people do it. Talking of, you mentioned Mark Simonich earlier, and you talked about Holland 44. I've taken the plunge.
Uh-oh. Wow, you got it now.
I got my first one because I've got a few on, or a couple on P500. But yeah, got a good price on. You know, it was new. It's not as expensive as it used to be. So look, I'm glad I've got one. So I'm pleased about that.
Well, that's good. When we get Mark Simonich on, you won't look like a total newbie.
Yeah,
you have at least one of his games now.
I can talk, you know, bonded Zop bonds and things. Yeah.
Yeah, you can understand what that means.
Yeah.
Hopefully that box won't fall off my table.
And they're all talking about in the chat about the Battalion Combat Series, the new one coming out, because I was put off that because Ardy had said it, and I think Kev said it, that the rules needed a bit of a tweak. And it may be okay with this one. But again, the thing we talked about last week is trying to order it from MMP over there costs as much, well, more than the game itself to ship it over here. So I will wait until it's over here, and I may well look at that. So let me know you get on, Hex to Hex. And Jay, if you get it, if you sell your house and buy a copy, let me know. Yeah, again, Blue Tweezers, it's you watching you play it. Piqued my interest.
That's it.
Why are you giving away your Ardennes 44? I'm not saying they're all fantastic games in the series, but why is that, Jeff? Why are you giving that away?
ASL to me is now an exercise in collecting, not playing. Well, I mean, that's kind of the other thing. ASL is very expensive to get into because your base game and your rule book, like I said, is going to be like $150. And then to get to module, like if you want to play with the British, right, you're going to have to buy for King and Country, which has got the British expansion. And that's going to set you back like another $150. So, and then the Yanks, which is going to be the Americans, that's like another $150. So, I mean, it's expensive. So I guess it's one of those things where it's like, well, I spent all this money, I better play it. So if you don't play it a lot, I think that's why the starter kit, I keep recommending it, and then I keep just not recommending it because it's so different than ASL. But I don't know. It's MMP has been abusing their ASL customers, which was a turnoff for me because there's no need for that game to be that expensive, to be honest. It's the counters look like they're from 1970. The charts come on like a piece of paper.
Okay. All right. It's horses for courses, isn't it? If it rocks your boat, it rocks your boat. And Hex, that's very interesting that Ardennes 44 doesn't do anything for you, but you love France 40. So what we're saying is, I assume, is that some of them tweak better than others depending on your interests.
Yeah, I would guess.
Yeah. And Stalingrad, yeah, Dad versus Son's doing a playthrough. He chucks them out, doesn't he? Crikey. Can't keep up with him.
Yeah.
There's expansions to. They're starting, aren't they? They're starting. Even the starter kits are doing it now. They buy the expansion number 1. Here's expansion number 2. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's how they get you. Yeah, they give you stuff in part 1, but if you want to play with like AT guns, then you're going to have to buy the second pack. And if you want to play with tanks, you need the third pack. And you think, oh, I'll just buy the third pack, but you can't buy just the third pack because you have to buy the second pack and the first pack, which have counters and stuff that you need to play in the third pack. So that's
that's fair enough. There's 3, but now they're bringing out like.
Well, no, there's 4. I think now they've already got
the Pacific one, which isn't
the Pacific. Yeah, the Pacific. So, anywho,
I'll stick with Panzer Grenadier. I think.
Yeah, and that's
or Lock and Load Tactical for a squad level game. I think may well. Again, it's the look of the thing as well. I am a bit shallow. The look of the game. Lock and Load Tactical is great. So I think, that will be my ASL, if you like. I know it's not ASL. Don't kill me. I know it's not ASL. But I think that will be my tactical squad level game. Until something else comes along.
Yeah, there's lots of last 100 yards. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I've got that on order for when... Because I can't find it. I probably could if I looked around, but I haven't got the money. But I'll put it on P500. I've got the Pacific one on P500. Again, because Heathwell likes it, you like it, and a few other people like it. I thought, okay, it's going to be months away, hopefully, and then I can get it.
The only thing with the last 100 yards, and I haven't played it as much as some of the other people, probably even in the chat. But the thing that's kind of a turn on for me is it doesn't seem to be very solo. I'm not going to say friendly, but solo. It's not high solo.
No, that's what was putting me off at the start. But
it is not, because there is a lot of decisions you need to make for both sides. Like ASL is not a great solo game. It's a great, 2-player game, but it's not a great solo game. Because there's a lot of decisions you have to make about when you shoot, when you don't shoot, should you hold your fire?
Sure.
And there's no tricking yourself, right? If you're going to say, oh, I'm going to move these guys up, hoping to get these guys to open fire, right? So when you move these guys up, then you got to go and say, okay, well, if I was the other player, would I shoot at them? Well, I'm not going to shoot at them because I know you're going to try and move up your other guys. So there's no like tricking yourself. So I think that makes it a little less solo friendly. A great game.
Oh yeah. But
I think if you can find a person to play with.
See, I'm hoping because my boy's sort of playing games now with me that down the line I go, oh, look at this one, last 100 yards. Oh yeah, okay. Who'd want to be the Germans or the? Oh, okay. So that's what I'm hoping anyway. And then when he's not around, I've got plenty of games that are 2-player but are more solo friendly. I know Lock and Load Tactical's got the solo cards with it, and I love them for both Nations at War and World at War and Lock and Load Tactical. I know a lot of people don't prefer to play two-handed, and that's fine. But I love that taking away the responsibility. Let's see what the card says. Oh, you darn fool! You're doing that, are you? Of course, you can always override it if it's doing something really daft, but. Sometimes when you play what the card says, you think, oh, that's not going to work. And then suddenly it does. And you're caught unawares because the cards do something you didn't think of. So I do like the solo assistance on those. Again, not for everybody.
Yeah, I agree. I think tactical games, I think, are one of the games that's the hardest to play solo. Because there's just so many decisions you need to make. Compared to like the operation. Huh?
Yeah. Shall I wait until he moves one more hex, or wait until he gets over the bridge, or do it? Yeah, which you can't. I mean, the cards do that to a certain degree, and the way you look at it is, it's not you playing the game; it's somebody else playing the game, and they've decided to fire at that point for opportunity fire or whatever. So that's how I get around my head, anyway. But yeah. What are you looking forward to from the P500s?
Well, I've got
It's your fault.
Looking for, it's supposed to be ready to be shipped. My Command and Colors Samurai.
Jeff. Not Jeff. Kev. Oh, I've had a couple of glasses. Kev's in the house.
Oh, Kev Sharp. Hey, what's up? So yeah, I think it's been on the old list to ship out. Did they get that one printed now? Okay, so
what are you looking at?
We're gonna have an issue here.
What's that?
Because I could have sworn. Oh, there it is. Start shipping March 1st. It's now March 6th. Where's my game?
Which one?
Command and Colors Samurais.
Oh. I've not heard anything about shipping. They're shipping Atlantic.
March 1st.
Deliveries.
And
you got your new last 100 yards pack.
My Atlantic Chase is shipping. And what was the third game that was on the list there? It was here it is, Bayonets and Tomahawks. So it looks like all three of the ones that we looked at last week are now shipping. Yeah, they're all shipping starting March 1st. Now this comes into my next question / I'm not sure, right?
Well,
what I heard.
I've had 2 glasses of wine now, Jester. So watch if you ask me any complicated questions.
Okay. Here's what I heard, and maybe somebody like Mike or somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. But the last time my P500 was shipped out, it was 2 weeks late. And so I think, did I call him or did I email him? Well, anyways, I got a hold of GMT and I said, hey, where's my game? And they said, your last name determines when it gets shipped out. So because you're on the back end of the alphabet, because they do A to M first, and then they do N to Z afterwards. And I'm like, right? I freaking pre-ordered it before all these other Yahoos. You should go by when it got pre-ordered. First in, first out. That's the way it should be, not by last name. That's ridiculous.
Well, maybe they haven't. I don't know. Maybe they haven't got the setup to do that by. Hi, Richard. By by that. I don't know. As long as I know it's coming, I'm fine.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing.
My surname starts with 2 double Z's, so I'm going to be last, aren't I?
Well, here's the thing: is you want to be, as you're a YouTube channel, you want to get the game first, so you can do a live unboxing. Some people will come watch your videos, and
sure,
right. When I get the game, I've already seen 3 people do a live unboxing, so that doesn't help me one bit.
You see, the thing is, I don't know. This is just picking things out the sky here. That you tend to get the games later than everybody else. I mean, I even got Men of Iron before you, and I'm in Britain.
Yeah.
So maybe you've just been.
But I didn't P500. I didn't P500 that one. I didn't P5. That was one I didn't P500. I ordered that afterwards. I didn't P500.
Oh, right. Okay.
But the last game I'm thinking was, I think it was the last 100 yards. And GMT, if I'm not mistaken, is in California and I live in Florida. So we're talking it's got to travel the farthest. But that's still no excuse for them to ship my game out 2 weeks after somebody else.
No, it wasn't. It was Flying Colors. I got that before.
Was it Flying Colors? Yeah, Flying Colors. Right.
Because as Steeler fans said.
I remember, who was it? It wasn't Jez. It was Heathwell. Was already doing a live unboxing. And I'm like, dude, what's going on? Why am I not getting my game?
Well, because what we did was, knowing that GMT do it by alphabet, we both changed our surnames, as Steeler Fan says, to Aardvark.
Yeah, I think everyone. I'm going to go in there and edit my last name. And say, I am Abba Abba. That's my last name, Abba Abba.
Yeah, that might work.
That's crazy because it. I mean, yeah, maybe you're right. Oh, they're going to get their orders in. They're all boxed. Let's start it. They're going to print out all the pre-orders and they're just going to go at the top of the list. You know what? Here's the thing. You take your list, you cut it in half, you put the bottom half on the top and the top half on the bottom once in a while so the guys on the bottom get their boxes first. Ain't that hard? Ain't that hard?
I've just got to wait till it gets shipped over here and then sent out by, that's near my surname.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is just so your question back to the original question was what I'm looking forward. So Command & Color Samurai should be here. Hopefully, less than another week, we'll do a live unboxing, assuming that everyone else on the planet hasn't done one.
The lights have gone off when they see it's yours. They go, put him at the bottom there.
You think Mike would step up and say, "Hey, let's get Jester and Ruff and Tony their games first."
No, I'm in Britain, and I'm going to do.
We should be what they call a VIP member there. I think they should create a VIP membership club. I'm pretty sure that's what and so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Unfortunately, guys, here's the bad news.
Oh, more bad news?
Nothing in final production. So everything's still at the printers. And I've got two of these guys.
You're right.
I've got the Dark Summer Normandy 44.
I've got Skies of I've got those two as well. Have you played Space Corps?
I have not played Space Corps.
I'm trying to find other games like for not a War Game Wednesday that have a sort of, I do like me sci-fi and horror. So, but I've looked at a few videos and
what might be a good sci-fi one for you, and I know you have pre-500 it. It's just not out yet. Is Red Dust Rebellion there?
I've got that on P500, but
I know, but that's that could be something up your alley.
The reason I've got that is because and Mo will understand what I'm talking about here. It's The Expanse, isn't it? So, but they're classed as war games. Coin games, are they not?
I would assume so. Yeah, I'm assuming. I don't think why. Yeah, they're. Oh, I see. Because you're doing non-war game Wednesday. I get you.
Yeah, do I do it on that one?
All right. Here we go. I'm gonna recommend some games to you.
Okay. Because I do, and anybody in the chat want to recommend some games they play that are not war games that you think I might like. Not a war game.
Right, so let's start with this one. I know these aren't war games. We're doing non-war games.
That's fine.
Lord of the Game. Lord of the
Rings.
Every
so often. Don't worry. Only every so often. I just fancy a bit of a change. Is that a collectible card game?
It is what they call a living card game.
Yeah, you have to. No.
No. Living card game is where you buy expansions and they give you all the cards. Yeah. It's not like Magic the Gathering where you buy like a random pack. This is like you buy expansion packs and all the cards are in the expansion pack. There's no like rarity of cards or anything like that.
Right, okay. I did look at that and I thought, oh god, I've got to buy expansions. I have bought the expansion for Aliens, by the way.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I can't find the other one, the Covenant one, but that's done. Then it's done. That's happy. I'm happy. Yeah, I want solo games as well. Again, it's going to be an occasional series. It's not taking over me war games, of course, but it's just nice to do something different every so often. All right. Okay.
Sci-fi.
Yeah, that's good.
Run Crossfire.
Sorry, chaps. Just pause for a minute. We've gone off the thing. Yep.
So this is a game very solo friendly as well.
Good.
Very solo friendly. So you decide you have 4 characters. You always have to have 4 characters because the game system is built on 4 characters. And then each of them, you'll send them on different missions, and there'll be like a deck of cards that you're going to flip up to, so they can purchase things as you go on these adventures, and then you have to defeat like different waves of enemies.
Okay. Have you done a playthrough of that?
I'm not, but
because I want to move on because people will start turning off. This is my little thing I'm doing.
I did do one on Dragonfire, which is the exact same system, but it's fantasy themed.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll check that out. That's a couple to be getting on with. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
All right. So yeah.
Gone in the Purple. Yeah, I've heard of that, Chris. Yes. Okay. I don't want to spend lots of. It's just every so often. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully for live streams. Just to break, you know.
Is the Shadowfire a few years old? Yes. I'm not sure.
Don't get people. Don't make people leave. I just wanted a quick, you know.
It's all right, Ruff. If they leave, they leave.
Always
it's not the end of the world.
No, that's fine. People always contact me and give me, you know, recommendations.
They can always email you or post on your YouTube channel. Hey, for those of you who just joined us, say in the last 45 minutes, we haven't talked about this yet, but we do have an announcement about next week's show.
Oh, right. Yeah. Do you want me to do that again?
Yes, I do want you to do it again.
Next week, we have a very special guest, game designer of repute, one of the, one of my favorite game designers. I can't remember who he's. I've had a drink, haven't I? Gordon Bennett. I've got to get it up now. No, that didn't sound right. It's going to get the web page up. But it's Herman Luttman, for goodness sake. Herman Luttman's, for some reason, is coming on.
What you're telling us is after 2 glasses of wine, you're worthless.
Yeah, I told you. Don't ask me questions.
Next week's special. Next week's special guest is
Tony. Yeah, it might well be. Oh my God! You could have said, you know, I'm going to ask you about the guest. Just get ready for it. But yes, Dawn of the Zeds, of course. Longstreet Attacks, Stonewall Sword at any cost.
Herman.
They all come suddenly back. Crowbar, which I've done a playthrough for. Attack of the 50-Foot Colossi, and all that. So,
see, he's going to be here next week. So, what questions should we ask? What questions should we think about prepping for? Like what questions should we ask him? Anybody think of a good question we should ask Herman? Let us know.
Why?
Why he came on our show? Why not?
No, I'm really pleased he's coming on. It'd be great to have him on. So next week, don't miss it, everyone. The one and only Herman Luttman.
Yeah, should be a great episode. I'll be on my best behavior for the special guest. Tony might be back. Who knows if he decides he can squeeze us into his busy schedule. The guy's got it. You know, it's hard to believe he can walk through the doorway now. His head's so big. So.
No, I miss him. Bless him. I miss him.
Yeah, I miss him too. I dearly miss him.
Because I can sit in the corner quietly and just drink and nobody bothers me. And it's quite nice.
Right. That's what you're hoping for. You're hoping for an easy episode where you don't have to actually do anything. You just come and just say something once in a while. And yeah, maybe Tony will be back next week. We'll see. But one way or the other, Herman's going to be here. So we should ask him a good question. We should ask him.
Get them ready.
Tough questions for him, right? Because I'm not the regular interviewer. I'm going to be asking him tough questions about game design.
Yeah, good. So you won't be asking him about his new book or film that he's appearing in, no? Like they always do.
I don't know anything about a new book or film.
I was being... Anyway, yes. Okay, you've got some questions for him, yeah?
Sure. I got questions for him. Good questions. So, yeah, look forward to next week.
Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah, he's got a new game out as well.
He's got a new game in the works. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
We would have had information today about it.
Yeah, we could have had him on tonight, but Tony's not here. And I don't think it's fair that if he's back next week, he'd want to talk to Herman and ask him questions. So I put it off until next week. That's my fault. I'm sorry, but there we are. Sorry.
So next week, he'll be here.
Yeah.
So be sure to come on by. All right. So what else are we going to talk about? We got about, 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes left? What should we talk about?
What do you say? I'm looking forward to.
We were going through that, weren't we? At one point, we were going through that. Yes. So
the one I'm really looking
forward to is where is it? I don't know what it's called. Where is it? Of course, Mr. President there. I know Tony's I know if Tony was here, he would say I'm waiting on Mr. President. Because he's really hyped about that one. I've got that one on pre-order. You got that one?
No, because it's the president.
Yeah. Let's see. What
about your politics work?
I'm looking
I've got so many of them on P500. It's frightening. You got that? No?
Yeah, I think that one's going to be a good one. Nice card-driven game. You know, I like my card-driven game.
You do.
I do like them. So, Wolfpack, of course.
Yep.
We'll be getting a special preview on that one not too much longer. Got both the tank duels. I got the Last 100 Yards Volume 3 coming up.
Yeah, I've done that. That's only because you guys keep going on about it.
Yep. Pacific War. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that. 2200. 2200.
That's COVID for you. They were waiting on Mark, weren't they, to just put the finishing touches, I believe. But because of COVID, he's at one end of the country and they're at the other, I believe. But it'll be here. It'll be here.
It's going to be a big one, isn't it? Let's see what the solitaire. See, it's going to be medium solitaire.
I don't care.
You don't care. I don't care.
The one I'm looking forward to, really looking forward to, is Red Winter on the P500. It's there. It's been done. We're just going to have to wait now till it shuffles up.
The other thing that as soon as it loads up here, speaking of games coming out, Lock and Load Publishing has got a new game coming out. Where is it? They got is it this one, right? Point Blank?
Yeah. Sean. It's Sean, the guy from Nations at War.
Oh, it's the same guy that did Nations at War, really. In development, and I know was it Lock and Load Publishing just did a video on it.
Yeah, the OG. Yeah, the OG did one.
He did it. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Looks interesting. Cards, nice, definitely interesting art style on it. So that's cool.
hope they send me a promo pack for me to have a look at and video. So we'll see. But again, being over here, it's awkward, isn't it? It's very awkward.
Yeah, yeah. Not for sale yet. So hopefully soon. 60 millimeter mortars, 76 millimeter AT guns.
It's quite abstract as well, so it looks good. Very icon driven, evidently.
Kind of warfighter-ish, you think?
No, I don't think in that respect. I think it's more a two-player game as well, isn't it? Don't think it's. Am I wrong on that? Not sure what the solo sort of suitability is.
For Jester Ruff, Tony, you two doing a show every week means you're true professionals.
No, I think it's the second bit, Chris.
We've been here every week. We've been here every week. Now, some of us on the show have missed some episodes. It hasn't been me, and it hasn't been Ruff.
Well, he's happily married. We aren't. You know,
I'm married. What are you talking about?
Oh, happily. I was making light of the fact. Yes. Leave him alone. Oh, so Dev's sending you Atlanta campaign hex. Okay, great.
Atlanta campaign. Oh, hex to hex, moving up the ladder.
He certainly is, and quite right too.
Yeah. He likes these big games though.
He loves. Yeah, he plays proper games. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jez. No one has a life in the UK at the moment. We're all locked in.
Yeah, so it should be interesting once COVID kind of goes away a little bit and we can start getting out and playing.
Well, if it does, I'm not sure this year because it will be a bit woof. Well, no lockdown and but next year, hopefully, coming across to your part of the world to one or two conventions if I can, just to soak in that. We don't get it over here. We don't have conventions like that over here. They have game conventions, but they're like, you know, games, Euro games or whatever. There aren't any sort of war game conventions.
Yeah,
that I know of.
It's the biggest game convention in the world there in Germany. What's it called?
Hold on. I know it starts with the same letter, but Great Britain is not in Germany.
Yeah, I know that, but it's just across the water.
You mean Essen?
Essen, yeah.
Yeah, but that's again not very. I don't know. I don't think there's a huge.
No. There's very little war games. Yeah, but you got the biggest war game or the biggest game convention.
Yeah, but I want to come over.
Go to one. That's the one you should go to. Good Lord.
No, I just want to do war games. So I want to come over. Maybe is it the WBC?
WBC, yeah. There's Origins. There's
yeah, but again, that's bonkers, isn't it?
No, what do you mean bonkers?
Huge.
It is huge, but it's still doable. What are you talking about?
But again, not a huge war. If I'm going to come over there and spend God knows how long on a plane, be jet lagged, and can't understand anybody, I want to go to somewhere where they just play war games. You know, from 8 o'clock in the morning till 4 in the next.
No matter any convention you go to, you can play any game you want. From you bring the game and you play it and set it up.
Oh, stop trying to diss it. I'm bigging myself up mentally to go. Oh, I can't wait. You know, Dan was going on about WBC, how much of a wonderful time he had, and I'm thinking, that's what I want to do.
That could be great. That I've never been to WBC because I just never been there. But
no, I know it's not for every. I know conventions aren't for everyone, but I want to walk past, trip over. You know, Mark Herman and knock his drink over. Mark,
play, and you can get into it, but it's all wargaming and stuff. So if you only want wargaming, maybe that's the one you want to go to.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it is dire over here at the moment. As Chris and Jez knows, it's not fun. But there we go. So that's something to look forward. I'm looking forward.
Started getting this second shot over there yet?
Huh?
Have you guys started getting vaccinated yet?
There's some vaccinations going on. They're happening, and and they think what is it? End of May, maybe June, if I got it right. That everything will be back to normal. They click a switch, and everything's fine. I'll wait and see. It'll be wonderful if it is, but I'll wait and see.
Things get back to normal, coming to WBC, and then go to Historicon and see the best miniature wargaming. Sometimes they're within 1 week of one another.
Yeah, I'm not into miniatures, but I'd sit and watch, sit and watch it and admire the models and think, yeah, I'd love it all. So maybe next year.
That's 3 for Tony so far, and any more Jester can tell him next week. I don't know, what did I miss? Oh, we're all coming and staying at Tony's house. Is that what I'm missing? I don't know.
I see. Right, okay. Well, he has got a huge house. We've seen the size of his bookcases. Cracky. It's a huge house.
Well, that's the way they build them over here. They don't have little...
No Blue Tweezers, no. I've never heard of Cardboard Emperors Convention in Camden. There was another one going on that was supposed to go on in March last year, but was cancelled in London at some sort of gentleman's club or something. But no, I've never heard of that. No. I'll have to look that up. Thank you.
Yeah, might be something to look into, right? Might be something to look into.
That's the problem. If there's any, they tend to hide it under the carpet. They don't sort of come out in the open and go, la la. There's big game, a couple of 2 or 3 big game conventions over here. But they're games, Euros and card games and that sort of thing. But anyway.
2nd to 4th of July.
Not, maybe this year? That'd be cool. Camden is, train journey away, half-an-hour train journey. Well,
to where?
I say half an hour. It's more like an hour and a half. But anyway, Camden.
Camden. Is that over there somewhere?
London.
Camden is in London.
London, yeah. So that'd be good.
Yeah,
again, miniature's great, Oh, right. Okay. I should check that out. Thank you.
There you go.
If we're all back to normal, I hope so.
Well, by June or July, they'll have a lot of, I would say more than 50% will have the vaccination by then. Things should start getting better by then. Everywhere in England is sort card wired away from one place or another.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Unless it's Scotland.
I went to Scotland a couple years ago.
Did you? Which part?
We did we were there for a week and we did the whole outside trail. We did like a complete circle. So we started in Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Yeah. So we started there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we stayed there for a day or two, and then we drove up the coast on the east side and stayed at. Let me get my map out, and I'll tell you.
Oh, crikey! No, it's dead space again. Hi, Trent. Hi, we've got Toronto. Trent from Toronto's just joined us.
Who?
Why, Trent? Why? But thank you.
Let's see. We did. What else do we do?
So you went up to John O'Groats.
Inverness. We went up to Inverness.
Yeah.
We
Beautiful.
did. We stayed in a castle in. I'm thinking it was.
Yeah. All right. Just a casual question. You've been. Yeah. It's beautiful there, isn't it?
It is really, really nice.
Did it rain a lot?
You can't get from one place to another without driving down a dirt road, a 1-lane dirt road.
It's like 19th century America.
It is like out in the, whenever you leave a city, you are out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's Scotland. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And like every quarter mile, there's a turnoff. Because when you're going down the road, you can see a car up ahead, and you're like, oh, one of us is going to have to pull off.
Mm-hmm. That's normal for us down country lanes.
It's normal.
And then we have to measure who's come up the lane furthest to see who has to back up.
Right, exactly.
It's a cultural thing.
And then you have the tour buses that take up like both spots on the lane, and they're driving like this far away from your car. It's crazy. It's crazy.
British drivers. I love them. British bus drivers anyway. That's about right.
Inches and ale. Oh my gosh, hex to hex. No more than 70 miles. What was it here? No more than 70 miles from the scene.
Yeah. That's true.
Toronto. There's Trent from Toronto. I didn't see his comment.
Yeah. Welcome, Trent.
Oh, hello, Trent. Trent from Toronto. Toronto, Canada. Do you know where Toronto, Canada is? They have the home of the Maple Leafs, the best team in the National Hockey League right now. And even though I
went to school,
not a huge Toronto Maple Leafs fan, I really hope they win the Stanley Cup this year. Really, really hope that they win the Stanley Cup this year.
Sorry, didn't catch any of that. I didn't understand a word of that. Sorry.
Wow. What do you guys watch over there besides soccer?
Hockey. That's with the sticks on the grass. Yeah, the hockey.
You guys have, yes, European hockey. You should know.
That's brutal, though. European, the proper hockey, not the ice hockey. Hockey can be brutal as well.
Oh no, he's a Bruins fan. Oh.
I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, Trent.
No, that's all right. It's all right. As long as I do, that's all that matters.
Anyway, I was saying I'm really looking forward to Red Winter, because that's the sister game to Operation Dauntless, but a bit scaled down in complexity. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's my sort of P500. The other ones I've got, and yes, I'll love them to turn up, but I've been waiting a little while for that one.
It's which one?
Red Winter.
Yeah, you'll probably be waiting a while on that one.
Yeah, and that's fine. But
here's the problem: they currently have 5 games at the printer. 5 games at the printer.
Indeed, yes.
We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. They have 65 games that have now made the cut.
And I've probably ordered 50.
5 at the printer, and you have 65 ready to go. So of the 65, who's gonna make the cut? Who's gonna move up into the top 5?
Well, it's a bit of a lottery, that one, isn't it? I don't know how they work that out.
Yeah, I don't know how they work that all either. You got 65 games ready to go. How do you determine which one's going to go next? When they got 5 at the printer, they're waiting for 5, print these 5 games. But it's good because they finally, I think Mike finally called GMT after last week's rant and said, somebody needs to freaking update this website because Jester is going crazy because nobody's updating the website. So Mike made a call this week and they updated the website. So thank you, Mike. So now we have 0 in production.
But that's how it goes, isn't it? And we've got to sort of wonder which of the next 5 they're going to be moving up, because they tend to do it in 5s, don't they? I don't know how they do it.
In 5s or 6s, yeah. So,
yeah, I don't know how they work it out, but that's the thing, you go, oh, it's not one of mine. Oh, well, at least I'll save some money. Thanks, Blue Tweezers. Thank you for that.
I have a copy of Red Winter.
Yeah, this is the new updated one with maps and things and all that. That's why I'm glad I didn't get it.
Does it come with dice?
Don't start.
Does it come with the box insert?
Space Empires, one of the expansions did, and I did laugh to myself when I opened it and chucked it away. But it was, yeah, it's in there, as we said, for a reason, to keep it flat. Anyway, I don't want to go down there because I want to be chill tonight.
See, I don't know why we'd even keep you around, Ruff, because you know nothing but war games. Here's an ice team in my hometown in the UK, top league with attendance of over 2,000.
Well, that's fine, but I don't.
You not know about hockey then?
No, sport isn't my thing, I'm afraid. It's other people's thing, and that's fine and dandy. And but it just doesn't do anything. Sports.
You don't know about sports. You don't know about normal wargaming. What do you know about besides wargame?
About what, apart from wargaming?
Yes.
I don't know much about that either. Snooker. I like snooker.
It's true. You don't know much about wargaming. True. That's true.
No, that's true. But I'm learning. I'm learning from people like yourself and from many knowledgeable YouTubers and designers.
What's snookers?
Huh?
What's snookers?
It's what you stole and called pool.
Called pole?
Pool.
Pool?
Shut up. And you put all funny stripes.
No, a pool is something you swim in.
What's that game you play with the cubes? Huh?
Oh, pool. Oh, again. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. I know what you're saying. Pool. Okay. Yes.
It's based on snooker. So
I'm like, I had no idea what you're talking about.
All right. Good.
Here's a Leafs fan right there.
Great. I'm not just because I don't know what's going on doesn't mean to say.
I have a special baseball episode coming up on my channel here, and it's going to be in honor of Ruff Swordsman Wargamer.
Don't invite me.
It's going to be me and Ruff doing our pre-2021 baseball picks for the 2021 season. That'll get a lot of likes.
That'll get a lot of viewers. Yeah.
Snookers is pool for fancy people with no emotions. Wow.
It's very serious.
So you're a pool player. You play war games and you play pool.
No, I play snooker. No, I watch snooker. I like watching snooker. I like watching
snooker on TV.
Huh?
You watch it on TV?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we have the World Championship.
Well, you can't have the World Championship every week.
No. It's not on all the time. They have different competitions and things, but yeah. The thing is, I found a new one. Instead of pub crawling, which was a bit, after a while you can't walk very far, so I do pump crawling. I stay in the same bar and I do pump crawling. Much easier to do.
Yes, I'm sure it is. So Trent was asking me where I was from. Well, I was originally born and raised just down the road from Toronto in Buffalo, New York. Moved to Columbus, Ohio, spent 20 years in Columbus, Ohio, and then moved to Bradenton, Florida for the last 5 years. So
what about you, innit?
Huh?
So what about you, innit?
Should be. I know that. It should be. See, they're still talking hockey. See what you got started? They're confused Canuck fan. Toronto games over the last 20 years.
Mook.
Oh, okay. Kyle here. He's Ruff. You got me into wargaming with your Hunters playthrough and had to purchase. Thank you, as I can't get enough of it, says Kyle.
Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. Seriously, that is
one person that you actually did something for.
Yeah, that's one person yeah, wonderful. Thank you, Carl. Seriously. Thank you.
Wow,
It's a great game.
You've been doing this for a year and a half, no, you're coming up on your
second year
anniversary now.
July would be 2 years.
Yeah, and you've got one person hooked. That's pretty good.
If it is just one person, that's great. I will bang him a fiver. I will, yeah.
Go bang your fiber then. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna wrap up here in about 5 minutes. So if you got something else to talk about, Ruff, one more time, why don't you give them the big news for next week?
What about what's going on next week? Yes, okay. Next week we have a special guest, the one and only part of the dream team, Herman Luttman, designer of Crowbar, Attack of the 50-Foot Colossi, Dawn of the Zeds. What else he done? Escape from Hades. He did that as well. Gettysburg in magnificent stock. Tons of them. Invaders from Dimension X. That's a game I might do live. One of those, because they look fun to do. So many, many games and a really nice chat to boot. Herman Luttman on the show next week from 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time.
Excellent. So we got big time. Should we dress up for this next week? Should we come with a suit and tie and stuff?
Do you know what I might do just to show you up?
What?
Well, I might wear a suit and tie.
You should. You should wear one of those little crowns and the big fancy hair things you do. And the guys who go to Parliament, don't they wear like a wig type thing? Have they stopped doing that yet?
No, we will never stop doing that because in court and not sure it was in Parliament, but in court they wear the wigs. Yeah, no, I'm not going to stop doing that, are we?
Okay, you should wear that. You should wear your little crown and you're part royalty, right?
Well, allegedly, but probably just that bit.
The tip of your finger.
Yeah, you nearly said pinky there, didn't you? We don't call it that. No, that's the list.
And supposedly Tony will be back next week. If he doesn't make it back next week, there's going to be hell to pay because we didn't have Herman Luttman on this week.
Yeah, because I wanted to say
for Tony. So I'm just saying, if Tony can't make it next week, there's going to be hell to pay.
No, he'll be here. He's not going to miss Herman, is he?
Oh, let's hope not.
No. But anyway, thanks for stopping by, everybody, and putting up with this nonsense that we do every week. We do appreciate it. Thank you. Putting up with us.
Yeah, so be sure to come by next week, Saturday, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Herman. We'll just call him the Herminator. The Herminator is going to be here. And are you either Sabres or Blue Jackets fan? I am both a Sabres and a Blue Jackets fan. And I'm also a Lightning fan. And I'm also a Leafs fan. Just so you know, Trent. Just to let you know. Anyways, a great show as usual. Of course, Jay, thank you coming by.
Thank you.
Chris, thanks for coming on by. Trent, thanks for coming on by. Jezza, Steeler fan. David, Hex to Hex. Be sure to check out his wonderful channel. He's moving up the ladder. He's getting freebies sent to him now. Kyle, thanks for the kind words about Ruff. It's nice to know that I've been carrying him for 2 years, so it's good to know that he's finally done something good for somebody.
You can't go wrong with them, Carl. Seriously.
Tweeters, thanks for coming on by. Mike, get on GMT about updating the website. Get on that Wolfpack thing and let us know when we're doing it. Hopefully April. Come on, let's get it going.
Don't push him. Yeah, try and say that. Go on.
Perfidious Abion.
Not bad.
I'm guessing. Perfidious. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Matt, thanks for coming on by. Jezza, I don't know if I already told you. Who else? Anyone? I don't know. That's good enough. Anyways, thanks for coming on by, guys. We will see everyone soon. Next week, don't forget Herman the Herminator here live. Jester on his best behavior. Ruff, we're going to cut him off at 1 glass of wine next week. So he'll be doable as well.
Looking forward. Thanks, everyone.